I'm Casey from GOBankingRates.com here in front of the historic Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles. I'm going to talk to Rachel Cruze today about retirement, parenting, and all things personal finance.
I would say the number one thing that people need to do in 2015, I believe, is to get out of debt. And I know I'm kind of on this mantra of living debt-free, but I think that there's such power in that. And so for people out there, I think it can be a New Year's resolution, and a lot of people, most of their New Year's resolutions is to gain control of their money. And I think the best way to do that is to live debt-free. And again, to do that, doing the debt snowball, where you list your debts smallest to largest, regardless of the interest rate, pay minimum payments on everything, and attack that smallest debt first. And by being debt-free, it frees up so much in your life so that you're able to invest for retirement, you're able to save for your kids' college, you're able to go on vacation, you're able to go buy something you want because your income is freed up and it's all yours, and MasterCard and your student loan doesn't own your income, you own your income. And so it's going to take a little bit of a process because a lot of people have lots of debt, so give yourself some time just to know that this is a marathon, not a sprint, by becoming debt-free. Working with my dad, honestly, is very fun. I think a lot of family businesses kind of get a bad rap, but Dad was very diligent when I was coming on board to be very intentional to make sure the family dynamic was still intact and that our relationship wouldn't be, strained. And I think my passion came out of his story. I was born the year Mom and Dad filed for bankruptcy, and that's kind of our family's failure that we present to America. And a lot of why Dad relates so well to people is because he has failed and come back from that. And so I think I realized, that I don't have to make the mistakes that he made with money, that I can learn from those mistakes and I can avoid those. And I just thought, how many other parents out there just need to be empowered to say, hey, here are the tools, here are the knowledge, it's common sense, it's really not, it's not rocket science, it's not complicated, it doesn't have to be intimidating. But if you just do these simple principles and teach your kids about money, they can avoid the mistakes that you've made. And so I look at my dad as the emergency surgeon, and I'm kind of the preventative medicine. So any parents out there watching, I just want to encourage you to say you do not have to be perfect when it comes to teaching your kids about money, that you can change your next generation of your kids by simply living out great principles and by just teaching them simple things about money. So your kids are your clean slate. They are your do-over. So don't feel like your past decisions are going to hinder your future application with your kids. And you can find more information in my book, Smart Money, Smart Kids, that I co-authored with my dad, Dave Ramsey, and we unpack so many life principles when it comes to teaching your kids about money. Some Ramsey family dirt stories are in there as well, so you can know some of that. But just the simple principles on how to teach your kids about money. And also at RachelCruze.com, I do a video blog twice a week, sometimes to empower you with your finances or how to teach your kids about money. So check those out.